Hello, I'm Cardinal Wyse, and today I'm giving you a teaching from the Return of Christ book. Today's teaching is the man of lawlessness. 2 Theologians 2:3-4. Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the man doomed to destruction. He will oppose and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worshipped, so that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God. So, we see that the 2 things had to happen. 1, the rebellion had to occur. 2, the man of lawlessness had to be revealed. If you're paying attention, you know that both have already taken place. For decades, one man has been quietly working behind the scenes, creating chaos and destruction on a level unmatched in world history. This man has taken credit for purposefully orchestrating the present world financial crisis. He has destabilized governments and economies across the globe. He has been the instigator of wars. He is responsible for countless deaths. He engineered coups in Slovakia, Croatia, Georgia, Yugoslavia, and possibly other countries. He has purchased political people and political parties. He proudly sold out his fellow Jews during Nazi occupation in World War II. He has funded and controlled some of the most anti-Christian NGOs on the planet. He has openly pushed for involuntary reductions in the human population. He has purchased controlling interest in the most powerful and influential global media outlets, and he has used them to direct and influence public opinion. I will stop there for a moment and say, if you wish to obtain your own copy of the Return of Christ book, go to Amazon, where you'll be able to purchase it on Kindle or on paperback version in black and white or in colour, depending upon your preference. I will resume the teaching. In a June 3rd, 1993 interview that ran in the Independent, this man said, "It is sort of a disease when you consider yourself some kind of God, the creator of everything, but I feel comfortable about it now since I began to live it out." George Soros. Surprisingly, until 2011, most of the world had no idea this man existed, much less the full extent of his influence and control over global events. That changed when Fox News commentator Glenn Beck launched a massive exposure over several months that revealed this man and his decades of orchestrated destruction. His name is George Soros. As a result of revealing the man of lawlessness to the world, Glenn Beck was let go from Fox News. But he helped fulfill the prophecy, and now the people of Earth know who the man of lawlessness is.
He's pulled no punches about the end game. It's one world government. The end of America's status as the prevailing world power. But why? Well, if you want to understand the why, you have to ask questions, and there's a few things that you need to know about George Soros. And here they are.
People generally play with a certain set of rules. I am particularly interested in changes in the rules of the game.
80 years ago, George Soros was born. Little did the world know then, economies would collapse. Currencies would become worthless. Elections would be stolen. Regimes would fall. And one billionaire would find himself coincidentally at the center of it all. He was born in Budapest, Hungary on August 12, 1930, as George Schwartz, the son of Orthodox Jews. Today, Soros is an atheist who doesn't embrace his Jewish identity and rarely supports Jewish causes or Israel.
I've not been very engaged in Israel.
Why not?
I think there are enough Jews to take care of Israel.
In 1947, the Soros family relocated from Hungary to England, where George attended the Fabian Socialist London School of Economics. He moved to New York in 1956, became a U.S. citizen in '61, and at the age of 39, he started what would become the Quantum Fund, which he would use to attack currencies all across the globe. He later would be blamed for the financial collapses in Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and Russia. And who could forget that he was the man who broke the Bank of England in 1992, shorting the British sterling by betting heavily that the currency would collapse, despite government assurances to the contrary.
Today has been an extremely difficult and turbulent day. Massive speculative flows continue to disrupt the functioning of the exchange rate mechanism.
The money that I made on this particular transaction, the estimate is about $1 billion.
Along with currencies, Soros also collapses regimes. With his Open Society Fund, which was founded in 1979, Soros has helped fund the Velvet Revolution in the Czech Republic, the Orange Revolution in the Ukraine, the Rose Revolution in Georgia. He also helped engineer coups in Slovakia, Croatia, and Yugoslavia. So what is his target now? Us. America.
He said it himself on many occasions. He said, what I have done in other countries in terms of overturning bad governments, I'm going to do in this country.
Our country needs us. And we need people like George Soros, who is fearless and willing to step up when it counts.
Political analysts say the shadow party he has built here greatly resembles those he created in other countries before instigating a coup.
He created his own party within a party, or his shadow party outside of the Democratic Party, the Center for American Progress. That was one of the original shadow party groups. This group, from the beginning, was charged with getting control of the conservative media. Many of the people in the Obama administration were just drawn right up from there.
He spent millions in 2004 to drive President Bush out of office. He didn't succeed. But changing the attitude and policies of America, he says, remains his top priority. In one of his books, Soros writes, quote, "The main obstacle to a stable and just world order is the United States," end quote. You wouldn't want a man like this anywhere near the President of the United States, would you?
While George Soros was being revealed to the world, the Middle East and North Africa experienced rebellion on a scale never before seen. As if contagious, one country after another began rioting, all at once, destabilizing an entire region en masse. This then led to the worldwide Occupy movement, These two events together completely fulfill the two theologians' prophecy of what would happen right before the Christ revealed himself. And I would leave it there and say, love God, love each other. Amen. Bye for now.